Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing tonight? I'm starting a little early because I was already sitting here painting, so figured I might as well fire up the old box. So I won't try to talk too much until our regular time so that I don't already run out of things to talk about. Hi there, Chandler Scott. How are you doing? Long time no see. It's been a bit. Well, good. I'm glad you're good. Oh, Colonel Kane, all the old timers are coming out of the woodwork tonight. Everybody must miss me. I believe the neighborhood was long gone, Brandon. Oh, don't leave. The fun is just starting. Well, good. I'm glad he'll be there. What school is he going to? I know you told me once, but I forgot. UTI, North Carolina. Oh, well, cool. CNC programming and design, cool. I'm sure that is a very growing field. I know years ago, my uncle on my dad's side was a machinist, and I guess in the machinist circles down in the Dallas area or whatever, he was incredibly good and highly sought after. So that kind of stuff in manufacturing and things like that, there's always good stuff out there for it. Well, you tell him we're always looking for new ways to do things, so if he can think of something, we'll be all over it. Well, I'm certainly excited, looking forward to the convention. So, I hope everybody else is too. I believe everybody needs to have one. You can't automatically just do it. And I think that has been applied in the errata. I know that in the rules update it's that way. So I'm pretty sure we had already instituted that in the errata. Yeah, so I double check on that but I'm pretty sure that we've already added that in, that everybody has to actually have a chain fire pod now. It's actually to chain fire in. Hi there, Elmarin. How are you doing? Oh, well, cool. I'll look at it here after the show. I've been trying to spend more time on Discord. Well, that's what I'm working on tonight too. I am base coating these pieces for one of the boards for Cav-Con. These are revetments, Cav revetments, in case you're wondering. Yes, this is Cav-Con terrain. I don't have a lot of pieces that I have to build, but I did need to get these done. These are 3D printed off of an FDM printer. This is a file we came up with. At some point, we'll release it as, I'm not sure how we're going to release it yet. I'm thinking about trying to just do them as a resin model. See if we can cast them in-house to keep prices down. Well, look at that. Chandler giving away memberships. Subscriptions, I guess, is the right terminology. But basically, these are stabilized dirt that they've piled up, and they're holding back with jersey barriers and I can't remember exactly what they're called. There is somebody's name. I want to say it's maybe Michael or something like that. But during World War II, they came up with these metal mats. And they're steel. And they produced them in the U.S. and shipped them all over. But especially in Japan, fighting Japan, with all the sandy islands and everything like that, they were really, really good. Yeah, these are Cav revetments. So basically, that's what these are here. They're panels. They have holes in them, and when they came in and captured an island, if they needed a runway right quick, the Seabees came in and used these panels on top of the sandy soil after they smoothed it out to make runways on. And then if they got bombed, they could just remove the damaged panels and replace them. So it was quite the deal, how they come up with these. I just had that name too in my head earlier, but I can't for the life of me remember it. So we got jersey barriers to paint. We've got sandbags on top. We've got the steel meshes here on the back side, and then the dirt, of course. So right now I'm painting jersey barriers. in case you wanted to know. That's what I'm doing, putting base coats down and missing spots. It's a bad thing when you're out in the middle of nowhere. You can't get anybody to help you paint terrain. Luckily, the temperatures dropped off yesterday and today. God, it's been hot here too. But like I said, I'm really excited for the show this year. In case you missed it, the Resin Starhawk 7 is getting ready to come out. We're going to release it at Cav-Con this year. We're also going to have the smaller version of the Starhawk available to play with. And we're also releasing, let's see, the Armada and the Hound. The Armada is a tank, Amethyl tank, which will finally get the Amethyl some vehicles. The Hound is an APC, I believe, or a Recon, or maybe there's two variants of it. And then we got the Cav t-shirt for this year out. So you can find that on our TeePublic. You can find a link off of our forums or our Facebook page for the post. Oh, you won't have to reserve them. We'll have plenty. It is a super, super sweet model. They turned out so nice. Oh, well, cool. I got a couple in that the ink on one looks like it's spread out a little bit more. It's okay as far as the Starhawk in the front, the perspective picture of him. It's not as nice as the other one. Like I said, it's okay. It's not. It's just me being kind of probably more anal than I need to be. But other than that, though, they turned out really nice. Ta-da! And there's Tiger Wraith. Now everybody can leave. And Tiger Wraith is going to be busy this weekend with NashCon. They're going to be there running some Cav events. If you're in the area, a couple of hanger-ons there. It's so funny to watch painting streams, how meticulous and careful, and how they're all about their little thingies that they do and all their little tools, and I don't know. I just slap it on. I have faith it'll look good at the end. I'm sure that I probably missed several spots. But I'm just base coating them right now, so we'll throw a wash down on it, and that'll get some of the spots. The dirt, I'll do the dirt at the end. That's where, I'll get everything else painted, and I'll fill everything in with dirt. Well, Chandler, make sure you let Brandon know not to put all of his eggs in one basket with indirect fire. So. And as far as the rules update, I am still trying my best to have it out before the show. So I am laying it out as fast as I can. I think everybody will be very happy with the way it's turning out when it's out there. Oh, I'm sure that he is. Phantom. I don't think it's a variant. I think it's its own model. So I don't think that there's a model design out for it yet that I can remember. I know now that we're producing in dual cast, we'll start getting a lot more models out faster. So all we're waiting on right now is we've got a new 3D printer coming in that'll be doing masters for us. And we're just waiting for it to be delivered. I think it may be here actually before the show. That was kind of our last piece in getting the puzzle all together. The Mastodon is on the list, on the high end. We are actually almost was going to do it for Cav-Con, and I decided to wait. Sorry. The only reason why that I put him off is because he's got parts for 3 different versions, and we were going to be pressed for time anyway. So I didn't want to take a chance that we were going to have too many molds that we had to make. But I would expect it very soon. In all its glory. It's funny, I printed all of these on a Prusa 3D printer, an FDM printer, but one of them got printed on one of my Creality, one of my Enders, and the difference between them are night and day. The Prusas are so much nicer. You can just barely make out the layer lines. If I'd sprayed the hell out of these with primer, I don't think you'd see them at all. And you may not after all the painting's done on them. It's good, you just have to have it in the right situation. If you were playing a much larger game, I think they would be okay. I know that I've used them a couple times and did all right with them. Just on how you use them. least that part of it. Do, 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 do. So this is the ender one. You can see the difference. Well, it may be so white that it's, but you can just see as the layer lines that are in this. So I believe I'm going to be retiring my Crealities. I think I may donate them out here at the school. Let's see if the school wants them. You can get small ones, Brandon, that are, like Prusa makes it what they call a mini. They don't take up very much room. I know that they are going to be the wave of the future as far as wargaming is concerned. Workshops got their hands full trying to stomp down everybody that's making files. Yeah, this one I may have to use that acrylic dirt that I've got to go over the dirt to try to smooth this thing out a little bit. Man, I didn't realize it was as bad as it was till after I primered it. I mean, I knew it was different, but that, well, you know, and I mean, that's, the Kickstarter is great for that. I mean, it's, because that's the problem, you know, and that's why we really haven't messed with selling 3D files. If I was going to do any 3D files, it would probably be through a Kickstarter. That way you can get your done, get your money, and be done. Because, you know, obviously the problem with producing 3D files is once somebody buys it, if they're honest and just keep it to themselves, they're still going to use it to produce everything for them and their buddies. So there's no continued sales there. And if they're not honest about it, you'll find your files uploaded on one of those websites in no time. You know, we gave those buildings that we did way back when away, just put them up on our website for people to download for free. And you don't know how many places I've seen them that people are selling, you know, claiming that they're theirs. I tried to shut them down a couple of times, but it's like whack-a-mole. You get rid of one and two more pop up somewhere else. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, actually, there's a guy that runs, I think it's a 6mm website, or forums on Facebook. And I'm pretty sure he plays Battletech. But I don't think he was trying to sell them or anything like that, but he had them on, he was showing pictures of them that he painted up and claimed that he had done them, that they were his designs. Like, no, not really. I called him out. I think I got banned off the Facebook page. I'm like, dude, I don't mind you getting on here and painting them up and using them or anything like that, but I mean, don't claim that they're yours. No, it was 6mm something, or I forget what it was. It's been a while. Oh, is he going to be able to use what paint he's already got out, or is he going to have to get some more out for the very end? Yeah, more paint. Will what you have be something that you sell? Are you talking about these revetments? Yes, we will be selling these at some point. I don't know if we're just going to 3D print them or put them on, make a resin mold out of them. This would be relatively easy to resin cast. So it's probably something we could do in-house. Relatively easy with the stuff, the equipment that we have already. I don't think I'm going to have enough paint. Never fails. I always have to put 1 or 2 more drops of paint in there because I just never get it just right. God, the layering in this is so bad. All right. Let's see, where is the color? Ash gray, ash gray, ash gray. What did it do with my ash gray? That's armor gray, ash gray. Now this one almost looks like it's separating over here. So had some extrusion issues. No, actually, I got the mic here on my, I think it's more of me, not modulating my voice. I start mumbling and I forget, oh, wait a minute, I'm broadcasting. I should probably talk more, louder. All right, I think it's spots. Yeah, because what I think I'll do, just to test it, let it be set up, is I've got this dirt, Vallejo dirt. Pile some in there and see how it turns out. Yes, we are. We're actually, I'm expecting it probably next week. This is great stuff. It's unfortunate because there's little rocks and stuff in the patterns. But you can't see it in it anyway with the layering that it's got. Yes, well, I have a Form 2 and a Form 3. But there are limitations with them that for what we need to do. So we looked around and found something much, much better. I planned on doing the dirt later, but I'm going to go ahead and put this on here so it has time to cure up. Careful, get on my hand here. Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that this stuff will cover up the stuff that's already printed into it, I'd do it on all of them, but I'm just going to do it on this one. Fix some of the layering. Yeah, no, this one's going to tighten this one up big time. Stuff's hell on a brush. But it's definitely going to take the layering lines out of the dirt, which was the most glaring place for it. Come in with a smaller brush to finish it up. But yeah, it fills those layer lines right up. Like I said, tough on a brush, but it is what it is. Let's see if we've got one that will be good to use. So I'll just use this one. But yeah, no, it's having a printer that we can do masters on. Right now, we have to send them out. We have to wait on people to get them done, and and then if they get them done like they're supposed to, or we get them in and they're not right, so we got to send them back and say, all right, do them again. And I'm tired of it. Tired of messing with it. Well, these are junk brushes, or just brushes that I've accumulated. My good ones are downstairs. These are out of my terrain pile. Yeah, that is on my list after the rules update. I was hoping to have some sets ready for Cav-Con, and we might yet. Don't hold me to it. But yes, they are coming. I know that as part of the rules update, that we are updating the downloadable ones, the cardboard ones, that are versions of what we're going to release. All right, did a pretty good job of filling them in. Kind of even looks like dirt, doesn't it? Come in here and fit them in here. Don't worry, I'm out of the loop too, Chandler. I feel your pain. I am more out of the loop. Well, Chandler, I bet if you hit me up at the end of the show, after the tournaments and games are done, that you might be able to score one or two of these. If you talk to me pretty. Oh man, I don't know, as good as that looks, I may have to do all of them. After that dries, give it a dark brown wash and then light. Well, you'd be lucky you got that. Don't worry, we'll have plenty. I think we're going to have 5 tables total. So. All right, I think that gets them all the dirt covered up. Even smells like dirt. Eek. Oh, there's my big head. I need to put an Eat at Joe's on top of my head. Or Cav-Con 22. That is some gnarly old stuff, though. Eek. Like baby poop. It washes out pretty good. Hit it with a little bit of alcohol here. No, it's all right. Well, and I've got that, I forget what it's called, that brush cleaner, Mr. or whatever, or Doctor or whatever. You'd be amazed what that does to bringing a brush back. No, I'm just trying to get this get the stuff that's in it out, and then I'll use that conditioner later, and they'll be all right. I brought back some gnarly looking brushes. I've got some stuff that's Winsor and Newton. No, that's acrylic. Yeah, I know it's acrylic. Acrylic Earth Texture by Vallejo. see here. I gotta do one more color. It's driving me crazy. Yeah, this is great. I mean, this is, like I said, it filled that layer lines up pretty good. We'll see after it totally dries, but looks pretty good. I didn't bring none of my pokey sticks up here. All right, let's see what brush we got here we can use for this. All right, so these are for, this is going to be for my sandbags. Yeah, I got to be a little careful, more careful with my paint. That way I can say that I put down 2 colors. I guess I could count the dirt as a color. Does that count as a color? I don't know. Sure, count it. Well, thank you, Colonel Kane. But I don't know how much it shows up. You can kind of see in the shadow. See, this has a lot of texture and little rocks and stuff mixed in with it. That's the reason I didn't want to put the dirt stuff over it. When I dry brush that, it's really, really going to make it stand out. And I think it'll be better for the effect than. At least that's my story, that I'm sticking to it. Well, folks, it looks like we're about to the witching hour. And it is my intention to live stream Cav-Con this year. So let's cross our fingers that that all transpires. Everybody got so quiet. They're entranced with my sandbag painting. That's what it is. All right. That gets all the sandbags on this one. Maybe. So now we just got to paint those, and we'll go back and do the dirt at the end, and voila, we will have some revetments. All right, sports fans, I think that's going to call it for a night. Time for me to get home before I turn into a pumpkin. What the funniest thing that I find with watching painters, that I guess they're pro. I don't know. I don't know what the terminology is for it. I guess if you get painted for doing one, you that makes you a pro, I guess. So the number one rule that they talk about all the time is don't get the paint up on the fairing or the whatever the metal piece is that holds the brushes. I forget what the term for it is. And I have tried so many times not to get paint up in there. The ferrule, yeah. And I always get paint up in there. I don't know. I don't know. I'd spend maybe enough practice to get it, but it seems like you'd spend half your time just trying to keep paint from getting up in the ferrule. So I can't, I've tried to be super careful with it, but it doesn't work. I can't make it work. So, but yes, well, I should be streaming next Wednesday. We still have another week before the show, before Cav-Con. I will be arriving Tuesday afternoon. So we'll be there. We'll be setting up Wednesday morning, and then be there all afternoon to start getting things started before the meet and greet, which is going to be at Reaper headquarters this year. Barbecue, no pizza. So anyway, but that's where I got my base down on my concrete and my sandbags. And then I got the dirt down on the one that was really with all the lines. So we'll see how that all turns out after it sets up. We shall see. All right. So anyway, well, good night, everybody. Thanks for coming by. Like I said, unless something pops up between now and then, I will be here next Wednesday night. So I'll see you then. Take care. Peace.